Getting a rad digital art setup doesn't have to cost you an arm and a leg. And in this video, I'm going to teach you how to put together a really killer digital art setup without breaking the bank. All for under maybe $400 or maybe even a little bit lower than that. Now, if you've been on the fence about trying digital art because of the price, the thousands of dollars for like a large Cintiq screen or these drawing setups, then this is going to be welcome news for you. And hey, while drawing for fun is fun and all, I just want to remind you that you can make money with your digital art. So you might want to see this as sort of an investment in yourself and your career. And if you're a pro, you can definitely use this as a tax write-off. Hey, really quick before I get into all of that, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel to help our channel grow so that we can reach even more artists like you. We just want to help as many artists as possible. And in this case, we want to help them get into a digital art setup for under $500, under $300. So first, let's dispel some common misconceptions. Do you need a very large drawing screen like one of the giant Cintiq Wacom screens? The answer is no, you do not need a giant drawing screen. While those things look super nice on your desk and they're very impressive, the truth is I drew on one of those for 10 years, a Cintiq, and I only actually drew on a portion of the screen that was about this big. The size of an iPad. So when the iPad Pro debuted, I just had to spring for one and kind of check it out. It was pretty expensive, but I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. And I have to tell you, the hype was real. For me, in pretty quick order, my Cintiq drawing screen just kind of became a glorified second monitor and then just slowly started collecting dust. I found myself pretty much drawing full time on my iPad Pro. And wow, after years of being kind of tethered to that giant beast, it was kind of nice to be free and be able to draw from wherever I wanted to. The couch, putting in a backpack, going to the coffee shop or a park or wherever, on an airplane. And I really can't describe what it's like to draw on the Apple Pencil, except to say that it just feels really awesome. I think that they probably made this out of magic. And that's really how good it is. I usually don't say that tools make you a better artist, but this tool just magically makes you a better artist. Okay, only kidding. But, I always feel like I'm having a lot of fun when I'm drawing with the Apple Pencil. And, that feeling is pretty much magic, right? All right, so let's take a look at my current digital drawing setup. Now, please don't do this. This brand new setup that I have here is going to run you about $2,500. That's like an iPad Pro for $21.99. The new Apple Pencil is $129. All the other doodads and cases and things, $150 or so. Don't worry about any of that. The truth is, you can accomplish those same things, the same drawing power, for under $500, even lower than that. The second misconception is, do you even need an iPad Pro? The answer is no, you don't. While the iPad Pro is super nice to have the extra space and the better Magic microchips, maybe a little bit better battery life, just a little bit, to be completely honest, you can get the same drawing power on an iPad Air or an iPad Mini. No fooling. And so here's how we're going to do that. First, don't let this scare you away. You're going to look for used setups. Remember, used doesn't mean broken or old. In most used iPad cases that I've seen, it's probably 90% of the time it's somebody that bought it and just never really used it as much as they thought they would. And they just want to get their money back. You'll often see college kids who thought that they were going to use it a lot more and they never touched it. And now all that drawing power is just kind of sitting there over on their shelf, waiting for you to strike. So let's go get that. We're going to take a look at some real world examples here in a second, even just in your neighborhood. But our goal here is to keep the cost of a nice digital drawing setup under $500. That's the goal here. And remember, I'm keeping in mind that this is for someone that just wants to start drawing digital art. So I'm trying to keep the cost as low as possible for you without compromising the performance. So let's take a look at build number one. You're going to need a good iPad Air 4th generation. Used, that's going to run you about $470 on average. You're going to want the 2nd generation Apple Pencil because you're going to want those tapping features, and also it connects directly to the iPad for charging, which is super convenient. Used 2nd generation Apple Pencil you can get for around $65. And you're going to need a copy of Procreate. That's only $10. Now, there's plenty of other drawing programs out there you're going to hear a lot about, but let's just be honest here. Procreate is the jam. Okay, build number one is coming in around $545. Okay, that's not actually under $500, but wait a minute. Okay, if you look around here on eBay, I can see we have the 4th generation iPad Air with an Apple Pencil for $450. So when you're looking around and shopping around, you want to make sure, this is very important, make sure you're checking the seller rating and that they have good reviews so you're not getting scammed. So a lot of these seller ratings on eBay will be good. You want to make sure that you use a trusted seller. If you shop around for that bundle number 1, you will be able to get underneath $500. That's really sweet, but let's try to save you even more. What if we could go under $400? That's crazy. Say it isn't so. It's so. I'm going to show you right now. Build number 2 is going to be an iPad mini. Now remember, I said that when you draw on these large screens, or even on the iPad itself, you're usually drawing in about this size, about the size of an iPad mini. So you still have plenty of room to draw within that 7.6 inches by 5 inch area of the iPad mini. And you're still going to get a lot of drawing power. A used iPad mini comes in around $310. Apple Pencil 2, $65. And the Procreate is still $10, and it's still the best drawing app, in my opinion. Or actually, it's a fact. It's the best drawing app. It's not a paid sponsorship from Procreate. It just is so. So this build now comes in at $385. Now that's pretty darn amazing, but it gets even better. Now for the secret bonus round. Are you ready for this? Before you go pulling the trigger on any of those eBay listings or piecing pieces of things together, do your homework and check out things like Facebook Marketplace and your local Craigslist. And a little secret bonus tip is you might want to look around at college towns. In just about 10 minutes, I found a bunch of bundles like these. Here's one that was just listed 3 days ago on Columbus, Ohio Craigslist. I found a new iPad Pro with Apple Pencil and extras for $600. That's the iPad Pro with extras for $600. And it's the same old story. They bought it, they thought they were going to use it, and it just sat on a shelf waiting for you. It's waiting for you. You just have to get it. Just got to go get it. Take the money, put it in your hand, and go get it. Go give them that money. This invisible money that you can see here, you're going to give them that money. That's what you're going to do. And look here, within just an hour drive of my house, I found an iPad Mini 6 with Apple Pencil and Smart Case for $415. And I'm pretty confident that this is a really good deal. And of course, in this day and age, when you're picking something up off of Craigslist or Facebook, you want to be careful and make sure you take someone with you, or just make sure it's on the up and up, right? These are the chances you have to take as an artist when you want to build under $300 iPad setup. Under $400, that's awesome. Do you want to go even cheaper? I got good news for you. You could go with an even older model of iPad. The good news is the Apple Pencil 1 and the older generation iPads still work with the best freaking drawing app, Procreate. Look here, you can get this deal, older iPad model, Apple Pencil 1 with case, $200. I'd be personally weary a little bit of the battery life, but I like to keep my iPad plugged in, so I'm not really too worried about that. And honestly, I don't think that you're going to notice a speed issues or lag in the performance with the drawing apps. Probably mostly the battery life that's going to be different. And that's the really great thing about these iPads. You can always resell them to recoup some of your costs. I used my first generation iPad for years, and then I sold it when I upgraded to the iPad Pro. A few $100, but definitely took the price of the iPad Pro down. And then when I upgraded to my new iPad Pro, I sold the old iPad Pro to another artist, offered that up to my artist friends, and I was just recently told that my old iPad Pro is just still working like a champ. Very proud of you, iPad. And you know, to be completely honest, I kind of spoiled myself with the new iPad and all the extra space and things. It's nice for video, but I could have found workarounds with iCloud or some storage cards or drives that you can plug in. I didn't really need that space. I just kind of wanted it. And Apple's really good at marketing and making you broke. You know, the really funny thing is I was able to buy the entire brand new iPad setup by just a couple afternoons of using this method for making money with my own art. Click that video if you want to check that out. It should be on the screen, or I'll link it in the description for you. I hope you found this video helpful. Please stay encouraged out there. Let me know what kind of digital art you do or what kind of package you put together. Drop a comment and I'll see you real soon. Procreate really is the best drawing app. I'm just saying. Prove me wrong.